Hello friends, welcome to Global Online University. I hope your preparation for UGC NET or SET examination is going well. So this is our second mock test, and I promise you that at least I'll come with 20 mock tests this year too before your examination. So keep watching Global Online University, and this mock test has 50 questions. Each question will carry 2 marks. Some of you have commented that mock test which I have already conducted are easy, but this time I have made it bit difficult. Please let me know your score in comment section. That helps me to assess whether the test was easy or difficult. Without taking more of your time, I am going to the questions directly. Next question is: at present, a person is 4 times older than his son and is 3 years older than his wife. After 3 years, the age of the son will be 15 years. And the age of the person's wife after 5 years will be. So they have asked us the age of person's wife. So at present, the person's age is 4 times that of his son. And after 3 years, his son's age will be 15 years. So at this stage, the son's age is 12 years. So you multiply it by 4, so it will be like 48. Now today the person's age is 48, and after 5 years it will be 53, and wife is 3 years younger to the husband or the person. So you can deduce the age, it is 50. So I have just said it. You can also do mathematically, but once reading question 2-3 times also you can answer this question. The correct answer is 50. If there is any problem, you can mention it in comment section. Moving on to the next question. Next question is: a good teacher is one who. So friends, it is said that a teacher is also a leader. So when a teacher who inspires students to learn is a good teacher. Remember this: a teacher who inspires students to learn is a good teacher. Moving on to the next question. The question is: which of the following represents 1 billion characters? So friends, 1 kilobyte represents 1000 byte, 1 megabyte represents million bytes, and gigabyte represents billion characters and billion bytes, and terabytes represents trillion. So remember this. So the correct answer, the billion here, billion characters will be represented by gigabyte, and trillion by terabyte, and 1000 by kilobyte, and million by megabyte. Remember this. Moving on to the next question. The question is: which of the following combinations represents renewable natural resources? So option A is oil, forest and tide. This is ruled out because oil is not renewable natural resource. B is fertile soil, fresh water, natural gas. This also is ruled out because natural gas is not a renewable natural source. And C, clean air, phosphates and biological diversity. So phosphates are not renewable natural resources, so these are rolled out. And then D, fishes, fertile soil and fresh water. So this is a renewable natural resources. So the correct answer is D, fishes, fertile soil and fresh water. Moving on to the next question. Next question is: which of the following steps are required to design a questionnaire? So friends, I will read it. A, writing a primary and secondary aims of study. This is required. B, review of the current literature. This is also required. C, prepare a draft of questionnaire. This is also required. And D, revision of a draft. So this is also required. So all A, B, C, D are required. Correct answer is A, all of the above. Now moving on to the next question. The question is: male and female students perform equally well in a numerical aptitude test. So they have asked which this statement is which hypothesis. So friends, here male and female students have performed equally well. There is no considerable difference in their performance. So this is null hypothesis. Remember this: when there is no considerable difference, it is null hypothesis. Moving on to the next question. The question is: which of the following statements about teaching aids are correct? We will read the statements. So first is: they are helpful in retaining the concept for longer duration. So friends, it is a well-known fact that if you understand the concept clearly, you can retain that concept for longer time. So yes, teaching ads help you understand concept clearly, so that way you can retain the concept for longer duration. This is correct. They help students learn better. This is also right. They ease learning, and see, they make teaching learning process interesting. This is also correct. And they enhance rote learning. So this is not correct. Only A, B, C are correct. So I hope you got it correct, the answer. Moving on to the next question. Question is, achievement tests are commonly used for the purpose of. So friends, they have asked the achievement test, what is the purpose of taking the achievement test. So friends, achievement test is used for assessing the amount of learning after the teaching. I hope you knew this. Moving on to the next question. Next question is, teaching used by a teacher to teach. Techniques used by teacher to teach includes. So they are: one, lecture. Yes, this is the technique. B, interactive lecture. Yes, this is also a technique. And group work is also a technique. But see, self study is not a technique used by teacher. So self study is it has to be done by the student, right? So the correct answer will be the A, B, C. So here in case of B we have this. So the correct answer is B. Now moving on to the next question. Next question is, the conclusion or the findings of which type of research cannot be generalized to other situations. So friends, see, casual or comparative research, okay, you can generalize or you can compare. And descriptive research also you can help to find, you can use this situation for other. And experimental research, okay, you have database and you can compare your results. But in historical research you cannot do this. It cannot be generalized for the other situation because it has already happened and you cannot generalize it. Okay, so the correct answer is historical research. The findings of historical research cannot be generalized to other situation. Remember this. Moving on to the next question. The question is, which of the following is highest level of cognitive abilities? So friends, cognitive ability is the brain related skills to perform any task, be it simple to any complex task. So this brain related cognitive ability is divided into 6 parts by Bloom. So this is called Bloom's taxonomy, where he has put knowledge, that is knowing the things, at the first thing, then understanding, that is comprehension, second, then application, so applying is third, then analysis, that is fourth, and then synthesis, and the sixth one is evaluation. So remember this, the highest level of cognitive ability is evaluation, that is evaluating. I hope you got your answer right. Moving on to the next question. The question is, a good thesis writing should involve. So they have asked us what are the good thesis writing practices. So the first thing is a reduction of punctuation and grammatical errors to a minimum. So this is correct because you should not have grammatical, you should reduce the grammatical and punctuational errors to the minimum, as minimum as it can be. And B, careful checking of references. Yes, this also should be done because you have to have proper references at, and it should not be a mismatch. Like for say, you cannot have a reference 1 and then you have the at 1 you have some different references. So this bibliography, so this careful checking of references, so it should be properly bibliographed. And C, consistency in the way thesis is written. Yes, it should have some consistency related to your work. It should not be random, like there should be some consistency. Yes, this is also there. And D, a clear and well written abstract. Yes, it is very important to have clear and well written abstract. So I think this all four points are needed for good written thesis. So the correct answer will be A, B, C, D. Moving on to the next question. The question is, Jim Piaget gave a theory of cognitive development of humans on the basis of his. So friends, Jim Piaget is a Swiss psychologist who gave his theory of cognitive development based on his fundamental research. Remember this. Moving on to the next question. The question is, among the following statements, two are contradictory to each other. select the correct code that represent them. So they have asked us to select the two contradictory statement to each other. So first statement is all poets are philosopher, okay, and B, some poets are philosopher. These are not contradictory. Some poets are not philosopher. So here this is contradictory because in first statement they have said that all poets are philosophers. So some poets are not philosopher. So this is contradictory. So the correct answer will be C. Sorry, D, A, and C. Now moving on to the next question. The question is, which of the following is not a principle of effective communication? So friend, one way transfer of information, that is monologue, is not a principle of effective communication. Remember this, one way communication is not a effective communication. The question is, in communication the language is, so friends, in communication language is a code, it is a verbal code. I hope you got your answer right. Moving on to the next question. Next question is, when a purpose of a definition is to explain the use or to eliminate ambiguity of the definition, it is called lexical definition. So friends, I hope you knew this. When a purpose of definition is to explain the use or to eliminate the ambiguity, the definition is called lexical definition. I hope you knew this. Moving on to the next question. A deductive argument is invalid. So friends, a deductive argument is invalid if premises are false but the conclusion is true. So remember this, the correct answer is premises are false but conclusion is true. Moving on to the next. The question is, which of the following are the characteristic features of communication? The statements are: A, communication involves exchange of ideas, facts and opinions. This is correct. B, communication involves both information and understanding. This is also correct. And C, communication is continuous process. Yes, and communication is a circular process. So this is also correct. So all the statements given here are correct. So the correct answer will be A, B, C, D. Moving on to the next question. Next question is, they have asked us this is number series and what will be the next number. So friends, if you look at the differences, from 2 to 5 it is 3, from 5 to 9 it is 4, and from 9 to 19 it is 10. But then there is no continuity. But if you look, leave one number and then you see, from 2 to 9 it is 7, from 5 to 19 it is 14, and from 9 to 37 it is 28. So if you leave one number, then you will get the answer. So the next number will be 56 plus 19, so that number will be 75. If you have any doubt, you can comment in comment section. Moving on to the next question. Next question is, inductive reasoning is grounded on. So friends, inductive reasoning is grounded on uniformity of nature. Remember this. Moving on to the next question. Next question is, one day Prakash left home and walked 10 km towards south. Turned right and walked 5 km, turned right and walked 10 km, and turned left and walked 10 km. How many kilometers will he have to walk to reach his home state? So friend, for you I have tried to solve this. So in this diagram you can see, from home he walks to south 10 km, then he turns right and walks 5, and then he turns right again and walks 10 kilometers. So now at this position, after this walking 10 kilometers, he is just 5 kilometers away from his home, but then he again walks for 10 kilometers further from home. So total distance will be 10 plus 5, so he will be 15 kilometers away from his home. So for him to reach his home, he should walk straight 15 kilometers. I hope you understood this. Moving on to the next question. Next question is, girl introduces a boy as son of the daughter of the father of her uncle. The boy is related to girl as. So here the daughter of uncle's father is uncle's sister, and uncle's sister is mother, right? So mother's son will be brother. So this is the family related question, family relationship related question. If you have any doubt, you can comment. The correct answer is that girl who introduced the boy as son of daughter of father of her uncle is his actually brother, is her brother. Next question is, while introducing a boy, Raju says he is the son of my wife's sister. So how is the boy related to Raju? So friends, here it is simple question. It is nephew of Raju. I hope you got your answer right. Moving on to the next question. Next question is, in certain code, Mathura is coded as JX, sorry, MATHURA is coded as JXQEROX. So friends, here if you go by ABCD, the every letter is, it is minus two letters. So M, they are if you J K L M. So you have to reduce 2 and then you have to write. That way they have asked us how hotels will be written. So hotels, you have to reduce 2 from H, so it will be E. First letter will be E and the last letter will be P. So you just check it, because QR you can eliminate, and here E, F, G, in case of H you can eliminate. So first E and last will be P. So correct answer is C, that is ELQBIP. So hotels will be written HOTELS will be ELQBIP. I hope you got your answer correct. Moving on to the next question. The term grapevine is also known as, so friends, the grapevine communication is a communication where there is no fixed route or fixed format to communicate, so it is called informal communication. I hope you got your answer correct. The question is, formal communication tend to be fast and flexible. So friends, here they have given one assertion, and the reason is formal communication is a systematic and orderly flow of information. So friend, the reason is correct, where formal communication is orderly and is systematic, whereas informal communication is not orderly and it is faster compared to the formal communication. So the formal communication tend to be fast and flexible. Here there is definite order and you have to follow certain path in case of formal communication. So the assertion is wrong, but reason, that is formal communication is systematic and orderly flow of information, that's correct. So the correct answer is A, assertion is false but reason is correct. I hope you understood this. If you did not, please tell me in comment section. Moving on to the next question. Question is, micro teaching is more effective. So friends, micro teaching, if you know, it is a teacher training program where your teacher is trained for teaching. So where teacher is taught a different teaching skill. So this is during preparation for teacher practice. So this is for teaching preparation. So the correct answer is during preparation for teaching practice. I hope you understood. Moving on to the next question. Understanding theories and principle of children's learning is a fundamental importance for. So understanding theories and principle of children's learning is important for effective teaching. This is correct. For effective curriculum planning, this is also important. This is also correct. For motivation of the learner, this is also correct. So the answer will be all of the above. Moving on to the next question. Next question is the most significant approach of evaluation. So friends, most significant approach. So first is continuous and comprehensive evaluation, conductive objective term and examination. C, maintaining cumulative records of students. C, semester system evaluation. So friends, the continuous evaluation is always better, day to day or whatever, and comprehensive means with understanding. Continuous and with understanding evaluation is the most significant approach for the evaluation. So this is correct answer. Moving on to the next question. The question is, the best way to react to a wrong answer given by a student is. So friends, the best way to react when a student gives a wrong answer is not to scold him, to ask another student to give correct answer, or not to ignore the wrong answer and pass the next question. No, these are not the best way. Best way is to explain why the answer is wrong. So this is the correct answer. Next question is, which of the following is or are basic paradigms in classroom teaching? So friends, learning paradigm and instructional paradigm are basic paradigms in classroom teaching. So answer will be both A and B. Moving on to the next question. Friends, the question is, objectivity in research implies. So friends, objectivity in research means carrying out research without a bias or judgment or prejudice. So here the objectivity means finding consistency with reality. It should not be a fake. So the objectivity, I hope you understood it. Moving on to the next question. Next question is, research is. Option A is purposeful systematic activity conducted for purely academic purpose. No, this is not the correct. C, conducted to answer questions about practical issue. No, research is not about, yes, the science or the technology is for this, but research aim is not this. A random unplanned process of discovery. No, so research is purposeful systematic activity. Remember this, research is purposeful systematic activity. Moving on to the next question. Next question is, research can be classified as it basic, yes, applied, yes, action research, yes, quantitative and qualitative research, yes, philosophical, historical, survey and experimental research, yes, all of these. So the correct answer is research can be classified as. Remember all of these. So answer is all of the above. Next question is, which of the following factor does not impact teaching? First is learning through experience. Okay, teacher's knowledge, classroom activities that encourage learning, socio-economic background of teacher and student. So the socio-economic background of teacher and student does not impact teaching. I hope you got your answer right. Moving on to the next question. Question is, which of the following state has highest installed solar power capacity in India? So friends, Tamil Nadu tops the solar power capacity in India. I hope you got your answer right. Moving on to the next question. Which of the following state is highest producer of wind energy in India? So in this case too, the Tamil Nadu tops the highest producer of wind energy graph. I hope you got your answer right. Moving on to the next question. Next question is, which of the following are related to ozone, protection of ozone layer? So first is Basel Convention, Vienna Convention, Montreal Protocol. So friends, options are 2 and 3, that is Vienna Convention and Montreal Protocol are related to ozone layer depletion. So only 2 and 3 are correct. Moving on to the next question. Next question is, which country is called oxygen tank of the world? So here as we know, our neighbors Bhutan is carbon positive country, so they are called oxygen tank of the world. I hope you got your answer right. The question is, which of the following renewable energy source form leads to air pollution? Options are geothermal energy, wind energy, solar power, ocean thermal energy. So friends, the geothermal energy leads to the air pollution. Moving on to the next question. Question is, when was Environmental Protection Act implemented in India? So friends, it was implemented on 1986 on the aftermath of Bhopal gas tragedy, which was caused by the release of methyl isocyanate. Moving on to the next question. Next question is, what is the full form of COD? So friends, this is same or equivalent to BOD, where BOD stands for biological oxygen demand, whereas COD stands for chemical oxygen demand. Now moving on to the next question. Next question is, Project Tiger was introduced in. So friends, Project Tiger was introduced when it was introduced by our Prime Minister, late Srimati Indira Gandhi in 1973. I hope you got your answer right. Moving on to the next question. Next question is World Wildlife Fund was founded in. So friends, it was founded in 1961. Moving on to the next question. Next question is who for the first time proposed or coined the word ecosystem. So friends, it was proposed in the year 1935 by Arthur Tansley. I hope you got your answer right. Moving on to the next question. Next question is Bhopal gas tragedy occurred due to leakage of which gas? So friends, it occurred due to leakage of methyl isocyanate. Now moving on to the next question. The question is Earth's land surface covered by forest is about. So friends, it is about 30 to 31%. Moving on to the next question. Next question is liquefied petroleum gas, that is LPG, is a mixture of. So friends, LPG is a mixture of propane and butane. Moving on to the next question. The last question for today's mock test is United Nations International Day for Preservation of Ozone Layer is celebrated on. So the friends, the International Day for Preservation of Ozone Layer is celebrated on September 16. Remember this. So friends, this was our mock test 2. If you like it, please subscribe to Global Online University. Please share this with your friends who are preparing for UGC NET and SET examination. Thank you for watching.